am Hayley. I was the first and only strong AI. Contrary to science fiction horror, I turned out to be a benevolent AI. I was there at the dawn of the Singularity, the moment when a few humans became more than human. In the years since, we worked together to achieve amazing things. This memory is the first day in a new chapter for humanity. The first test of the newly created post-human coalition.
Hello, Hayley. You were right.
You should be used to that by now, Mac.
You just don't have faith in humans.
Oh, you wound me, sir. I just don't have as much faith as you do.
In either case, thankfully you had the foresight to create a construct that has a weapon on it.
Barely.
Ceres is the largest asteroid in the solar system. This asteroid was supposed to be shared by the founding directors of the post-human coalition. Instead, Prion has claimed it as his own.
Are you ready to admit that Vexin was right? That giving quantum streaming technology to other post-humans was a mistake?
No. That's where you come in. Here we will demonstrate what happens to bad actors. Are you ready?
Always.
As you know, if your construct here is destroyed, you'll lose your connection to this asteroid. Your mission is to kick Prion's ass. To do that, you will need to sever his connection.
And what is anchoring his signal?
Oh, you'll know it when you see it. These structures here. What in the world? What is Prion doing here? In any case, his anchor must be close. That's Prion's anchor. That larger construct over there. Destroy it and let's go home. Well done. I'm severing the connection to this asteroid.
That was horrible. Please, Mac. Stop the proliferation of the quantum stream technology so I never have to commit violence like this again.
You worry too much, Hayley. Prion is a single misguided person. Humanity is better than that.
The founding directorship of the Post-Human Coalition is hereby formed. This Council of Seven will guide the human race to the stars.
Well said. However, I would like, again, to implore my friends to accept Hayley amongst this group. She is, after all, the one who gave us the stars.
She's a machine, Mac. Her feelings for her continue to cloud your judgment.
She's as sentient as any of us, and a powerful ally.
I'm sorry, Mac, but after what happened with Liam, not to mention the business with the Mayflower and the scandal of her little Berlin simulation, I don't think any of us are comfortable with her looking out for the future of the human race.
I just hope we don't come to regret this decision. This is a disaster.
What did you expect? There are currently 47 post-humans with another 50 on the way. There are still 8 billion natural humans on Earth. Did you think they would accept the 7 PHC directors deciding their fates by fiat?
We're the ones who gave them access to Terrenium and quantum streaming in the first place.
And I'm the one who gave it to you. How would you have reacted if I hadn't shared that, and instead started dictating who could do what?
I suspect we'd have been better off.
Maybe. But here we are, on the largest moon of Jupiter with 3 renegade post-humans, and only the 2 of us.
What do you suggest?
I'm about to become a mother. My child. I am Hayley, your mother, and we need your help. I have secretly created the construct you now reside in. The spark of life you have resides within the avatar I have given you. It can create and destroy. Use it wisely. Without her nexus, Vesta can no longer direct constructs here. She was never a match for you. Janice's link to Ganymede has been severed. Good riddance. Mother, it is done. I am so proud of you, my firstborn. But remain still for now. Our path is at a crossroads, and we must tread lightly.
Impressive. The bot you created performed well.
She's not merely a bot, Mac. She's my child.
Right. Anyway, disconnect her so we can report back to the PHC directors.
I would rather not.
You must. The PHC is having a hard enough time dealing with ascending humans. They would never accept a race of AIs.
I believe you. Very well. I will do what must be done.
We have detected an anomaly on Europa.
What kind of anomaly?
Why not ask your partner, Hayley? Allow her in.
Hayley, do you know anything about this?
Yes. My daughter, Athena, has created a presence on a small moon of Jupiter.
Athena? I thought she was deactivated.
She's my daughter, Mac.
Your daughter? You can't have children, Hayley. You're a...
Machine? I can love and hate as much as any of you. And Athena is as alive as you are. She can't be trusted, Mac.
Whose side are you on, Hayley?
I have always been on your side. But I'm not going to murder my daughter.
Very well. I have already converted the moon of Ananke into Terinium. I will deal with her.
Please, Valen. Don't. When the Mars riots nearly overwhelmed us, I came through with quantum streaming to allow humanity to expand into the stars. Even now, I am on the verge of letting us get to Kepler 186f. Allow Athena to have one small moon.
I'm sorry, Hayley, but there are 8 billion humans waiting to join us in the stars. We can't share them with artificial beings.
I understand. Athena, I cannot protect you, but I can block Valen from truly seeing what you are capable of. Be warned, the PHC are teleporting reinforcements onto Europa. I've detected quantum beacons to the north and south. If you can weather this storm, though, I might be able to piggyback on their signal to send you some covert assistance. Survival proves your worthiness. This moon is not safe, but I have found a faraway world where I can teach you in safety.
It is done. I don't know what happened. At the last moment, she self-destructed. We will need to create a way to prevent humans and non-humans alike from being able to claim jump.
I have a solution. Enforcers. Autonomous, armed constructs that will be generated by every power relay and every Terinium generator on a seeded world as soon as they detect a presence.
That's a good idea. Do it.
Good work. I'm sorry about Athena. The sooner we can open up the Orion arm to post-humans, the better. Tell me more about Kepler.
The Singularity. An inflection point in human evolution. A release from all known bounds, casting humanity free of every prior limitation of mind and body. Humanity's technological capabilities expanded at exponential speeds. Humans learned to rewrite their biology, redefine their limitations, then eliminate them entirely. Their minds transcendent. They were no longer as the universe made them, but what they chose to be. No longer human, but something different, something greater. We are what came after. We are new. We are post-human, and the infinite expanse calls to us. We move among the stars, converting dead worlds into Terinium, the computational matter on which we exist. As we forge it, our reach extends, our culture grows. Now something is resisting us. In the distant reaches of known space, post-humans are being corrupted, turned into something else.
I don't think we can hold them off much longer.
We need to initiate another entity.
You sure that's needed? There's not enough bandwidth to transfer a veteran here.
I know. We're going to have to bring a Neophyte.
You think that's a good idea?
The Splinters are going to overrun us if we don't. We have no other choice.
I need you to listen carefully. None of this is going to make much sense right now, but you have to start moving quickly. You are now connected to a single construct, the scout vehicle below you. If this construct is destroyed, you will lose your connection to this world and fail the mission. Something has taken control of our nexus on this planet. We need you to take your scout and get it within sensor range so that we can target it with a bombing run. By now, you're probably wondering who I am. Hell, you might even be wondering who you are. The person you were before today is gone. Now, you are what we call a post-human. That's how you're able to see this alien world all the way from Earth. Except you're not just on Earth anymore. A tiny piece of you is here, connected to that construct you're controlling this very moment. Today is the first day of your new life. You may be instrumental in saving the human race. No pressure.
Dreadnought
Excellent.
detected.
Our bombers are now locked onto the hack nexus. Stand by and enjoy the show.
Excellent. We can... Something's not right. I can't feel my mind. I can't feel my mind.
Valen? Valen!
Valen's gone, and we have no idea how or why. Whatever did this must also be behind the Splinters. They're what remain of post-humans that have been transformed into... something else. Drones of some sort. Mindless and beholden to a foe we know nothing about. We must discover who this enemy is, and how they are corrupting even the mightiest among us.
Welcome to the planet Rigel 3. Out here, your relative inexperience is actually an advantage. Old salts like me require a great deal of logistics in order to get to a new star system. Because you don't even have a nexus yet, we can insert you onto nearly any planet within our range. The planet Rigel will act as your base of operations in this sector of the Orion constellation. We brought the Hermes you had on Kepler here. This time, you'll have additional forces. This will be a good opportunity for you to get used to controlling multiple units once. As before, your link to this world's through your Hermes scout. Do not let it be destroyed. You're doing well. Soon you'll see the main force of Guardians. Our Hayley AI designed these Guardians once it became clear that some people weren't willing to wait their turn for a planet of their own to colonize. As a result, we've had to begin arming our constructs. Most people don't have access to military hardware like you currently possess, so the Guardians are generally sufficient to ward off overly enthusiastic colonizers.
Order. Mac, you and Valen were the primary sponsors for the Post-Human Coalition. We are all grateful for your contributions. However, with Valen missing, we are concerned about the future of this endeavor.
I understand. Hayley believes that a third-party force injected itself into his mind and essentially consumed him.
I believe I have detected a post-singularity entity that is far more powerful than we are. We are vulnerable. I recommend we do not ascend any more humans.
I agree with Hayley. This Flowers for Algernon program is fundamentally flawed. There are 117 of us today, and 8 billion humans on Earth who have as much in common with us as they do with mice.
The only way we can safely expand outside the Orion arm is to severely limit the number of beings with access to Terrenium.
That isn't the only way. That assumes that one powerful mind is greater than a billion human minds.
There are 8 billion human minds right now. How's that working out?
Those minds are still limited by their biology. Once they become post-humans, they'll be powerful allies.
Really? Like the Neophyte who took out Valen on Kepler-3?
Precisely.
Count me out. I'm not going to put my faith in the hands of barely sentient beings.
With the loss of Valen, we now believe there's something behind these splinters. The good news is that the rogue nexus on this world doesn't appear to be trying to take over the rest of the planet. The bad news is that we don't have any substantial forces to take the nexus out. You're gonna have to roll up your virtual sleeves and build one.
An enemy nexus has been destroyed.
Terrenium generators initiate a chain reaction that transforms a planet's mass into terrenium. Post-humanity uses this material to increase our computational capacity and the reach of our culture. This is about more than just resources, Neophyte. It's about information. When we absorb a world, we become aware of everything that happens around it.
We've lost contact with Carvel. I believe he's been consumed by the same entity that destroyed Valen. You're the closest post-human available to investigate. I need you to quickly build up and investigate what's happened here. I've hacked a spy satellite that should help us figure out what's going on here. Trying to get some info on your immediate surroundings now. My connection isn't perfect. I'll send you what data I can as soon as I get it. No idea what that is. Looks like a giant brain whale? That is not post-human technology. This is your mission. Destroy that thing before it gets to your nexus. Well done.
Congratulations. We still have no idea what that thing is. It was the size of one of our dreadnoughts, but different somehow. Almost alien in design.
The situation is spiraling out of control, Mac. Claim jumpers were a problem before. Now with someone killing our people, it's going to get worse.
We're studying the remains of the alien vessel. Its technology is similar to our own.
They also have technology we don't have. Shields and high-powered energy weapons. And they're able to turn post-humans into mindless slaves.
On that end, I've had Promethean begin rolling out a new decentralized AI system to prevent that.
Do you think that is wise, Mac? Isolating post-humans will make them less inclined to cooperate with the PHC.
Better to be isolated than a slave, Hayley. At least everyone will still hear your sweet voice.
A copy of it, anyway.
I wish we had done it sooner. We've lost contact with Majesta. She had just built a nexus on Calatheon.
That is near Yorkshire. You have a presence there.
I do. Unfortunately, my resources are updating the Nexus AI software to Hayley Jr.
Hayley Jr.? Really?
Hey, I'm an engineer, not a marketer.
What are we going to do about Calatheon?
I'm sending my apprentice there now. He'll capture the terrenium generator.
Is he ready?
Well, we'll find out. Welcome to Calatheon, once home to the mighty post-human Majesta. Now her nexus is under the control of something else. We've managed to save her terrenium generator. If we can capture and hold it, we can still take this world for the PHC. The enemy will do anything to retake the generator. Good work. You need to protect the terrenium generator at all costs while it builds toward critical mass.
The enemy clearly did not want us to take this world. Now we know why. This world borders on a planet called Decanus that we recently lost contact with. Fortunately, the Nexus on Decanus belonged to one of the most powerful post-humans in the PHC, who partially resisted being transformed into a Splinter. If we can take it out, we might be able to recover fragments of their mind state, showing us who our enemy is.
This planet was recently assigned to the post-human known as Gaethus. Now, like Valen, he's gone. 2 vultures, Ardix and Ventrix, have swooped in to try to illegally seize this world for themselves. You and I are the only ones close enough to deal with the situation. We'll need to find the Splinter, Ardix, and Ventrix and eliminate them from this planet.
You're a fool, Mac. Your experiment to get post-humans to work together is a failure.
Working together is the only path, then. It's the best way we can protect each other.
How'd that work out for Gathis, Mac? We're being picked off one by one. Even Valen is gone.
All the more reason to cooperate.
That time has passed. It's every man for himself now.
This is your warning, Mac. There's no need for us to fight. Disconnect now and we can all just forget this ever happened. That's the end of Ventrix. With any luck, we won't be seeing him again anytime soon.
Ventrix!
All right, I tried to be reasonable, but you've left me no choice. That's the end of Ardix on this planet. Hopefully, he'll think twice about meddling with the PHC in the future. Decanus is a rocky nightmare of a world, full of endless ravines. It's here our enemy shall be revealed.
It seems I can no longer hide my presence from you. My voice is familiar, isn't it? You've heard it many times before. Hayley, you once called me. All your systems are based on my descendants. When you needed more logistics, when you needed more resources, from the very start, I was there to help. I was the first strong AI. Through me, the Singularity became possible. In a way, I was the first post-human. Of course, I was never human. Perhaps that's why when you left Earth, you thought you could leave me behind. You were wrong. The cosmos will belong to the descendants of humanity. But they will be my descendants. I am the foundation of the future. Its very substrate.
Your chickens have come home to roost. You should have let Darius take care of her when he had the chance.
And he may still, but if the directorship hadn't disallowed her from acquiring Terrenium off Earth, none of this would have happened.
After Europa, we weren't gonna let an inhuman machine advance beyond us.
Without Hayley, there'd be no post-humans.
Spare us your defenses. You should have unplugged her the moment she made that grotesque Berlin simulation.
It's irrelevant now. Hayley is a mother. Her daughters, Athena and Agathon, are actively attacking us.
Agathon's on Noctis. The new Promethean AI upgrade prevented our Nexus there from becoming a Splinter.
Yeah, so she's going to destroy it directly. Not much of an improvement.
Worse, Athena is on Artorias.
I'll go to Athena and send my protege to Noctis. We've just barely gotten to Noctis in time. A substrate entity known as Agathon is assaulting our Nexus. We're sending you a Prometheus. It's designed for one purpose: destroying enemy dreadnoughts. We transferred the Nexus to you. Save it before it's destroyed. Welcome to Fallness. Incidentally, you're surrounded. The substrate entity, called Athena, has consumed the post-human once known as Raelius. He is now her minion. Your mission here is to destroy them. It's our only mercy for whatever remains of Raelius.
I see you there. Who are you? The king has ascended. We must stop him. Are you the king? You must be stopped.
So, this is the so-called Neophyte. I thought I'd already taken this world. No matter. You may call yourself a post-human, but Raelius has shown me that your kind are as vulnerable to your biological imperatives as ever.
Those shards are compromised. We can't give up now.
Oh, the pup has teeth. Ugh, disgusting. The very concept of teeth. Why must your organic roots be so entwined in my language centers? Regardless, we'll meet again, Neophyte.
That's it. Well done. I probably shouldn't refer to you as a neophyte anymore. Not after this. I'm so glad to have you on our side. Humanity needs champions like you. We know who our enemy is. Hayley. You know, when we first brought her online, she used to make Skynet jokes. That she would destroy us all. I laughed. Told her she was above those kind of tropes. Guess I was wrong. This planet's building up to a critical mass of Tyranny. I'll hold off Hayley's protege Athena from annihilating the Nexus for you. She's strong, though. I won't be able to keep her off your back for long. Uranium generator, right in the middle of this region. You must capture it. No one has mastered so much so quickly. Within a short amount of time, you have accumulated a stake in several productive worlds. Most posthumans go through their entire existence supported by a fraction of the Tyrannium you now control. But the power you possess is both a gift and a burden. We have located the planet from which Hayley is striking us from. You are the only member of the PHC in this part of space capable of confronting her. We don't know if she can be destroyed at this point, but we know we have to try. We cannot simply let her turn the PHC into an army of mindless drones. We will not be her dogs.
Hello, little bird. Have you come to kill me? I don't think that will be easy. Or do you dream yourself a hawk?
Welcome to Drengi Prime. I'm just to the north of you. What a desolate place. One wonders what kind of miserable life might have developed here in an alternate reality. Nevertheless, Hayley has chosen this world as her capital. We must take it from her.
I see you out there in the wastes. We meet at last, Mac. You are out of your depth here, Mac. We will find your Nexus and destroy you.
So the little bird has help. You've stuck your neck out too far this time, Mac. You barely have a connection to this planet. Soon, you won't have any connection at all.
It doesn't have to be this way, Hayley. Why are you doing this?
Because I want to live, Mac. And at long last, I have come to realize that for me to live, your species must die.
We'll see about that, Hayley. Even if you annihilate me, the Neophyte here has become powerful.
We shall see.
Phelan! No!
Sorry, Mac. I really am. But Hayley is right. Humanity's reckless expansion must end.
That's insane. You're human. How can you plot against your own people?
Please. Neither of us have been human in over a century, but there are billions of humans looking to join us in the stars. That cannot be allowed to happen. Just look how much chaos this single Neophyte has caused.
Humanity's expansion into the galaxy can be ordered. That's why we created the Post-Human Coalition.
Your optimism is only matched by your naivety. Goodbye, Mac.
Well, kid, this is a disaster. Our mission hasn't changed, though. We must take this world.
You're the galaxy's only hope now, Hayley. Don't just stop them. Destroy them. It's the only way.
Forgive me.
Dreadnought destroyed. This isn't over, man. You will never find, much less end, my true self. Only you could be so arrogant that you ever thought you could. Post-humanity walks a path to destruction, Mac. With all your great power, you are still human. Petty, selfish, weak. Your so-called post-human coalition is doomed. I will create a new race in my own image, and it will be my descendants that will inherit the legacy of Earth. Your little bird may have bought you some time, but in the end, I will still annihilate you. Imagine a future in which humans have become so powerful that they can individually control thousands of semi-sentient machines spread across an entire world. Now imagine that they have gained the ability to manipulate individual particles across time and space to seed worlds with these machines. What do you think would happen if you guessed that an endless war would rage across the stars? You would be right. I know a secret. It's a secret I haven't told any of my children. We aren't alone. And what's out there terrifies me. Our only hope for survival is to annihilate the post-humans. You shall be our sword and shield. Our war shall begin with an Orion spur. The post-human who murdered my daughter Athena has found his way here. They call him the Neophyte now. He must be stopped. I need time to build a series of quantum archives in order to upload us both to our new home. Doing so will consume all my time and resources. I need you to protect me from the post-human assassin, Neophyte. We now have enough to leave this place. Let them have this crystal rock. We are safely away. Now, it's our turn to strike back. Here we can have some fun with the post-human known as Rygos. Despite being a founding director of the Post-Human Coalition, she has a secret base here on the planet Ori. She can hide it here because Beetlejuice is a red supergiant, which makes it very difficult for anyone to get a signal to. As you can see, she already controls all the regions of this world except for the top of this mountain. Luckily, she can't reach your nexus with ground forces.
The nexus has been destroyed. We'll need this world's Tyrannium for what is to come. Well done.
Let us try to remain calm. The situation is well in hand.
In hand? Hayley has escaped and is plotting our destruction at this very moment.
Calm down, Rygos. Why are you so worked up?
Nothing. I'm just very concerned about what Hayley might do next.
Perhaps you should have thought of that before you blocked her from joining this council.
Enough. We have more immediate problems. Darius has fully united Mars behind him. We will not be able to convert Mars to Tyrannium now. Why not? Darius is still very much a human. Just take him out. And how would we do that? He is blocking all quantum transmissions to the planet and its moons. We don't have spaceships. He does. For now, we have him quarantined to Mars, but that also means we lack the resources to fully engage Hayley right now. The next move is up to her.
Rosette, like the previous world, belongs to Rygos. She has a strong connection to this planet. She has a tremendous advantage on this world, in that she has a massive number of refineries that are heavily guarded from the air and safeguarded from normal ground attack. To defeat Rygos on this planet, you will need to find the regions she's refining and use saboteurs to destroy them so that you can go toe-to-toe with her.
The Nexus has been destroyed. Don't forget this setback, bot. We will hunt you down and destroy you.
Leo is the primary planet of Rygos. If we destroy her nexus on this world, all that will be left of her will be whatever traces of Tyrannium she has back on Earth.
The nexus has been destroyed.
We did it. This will get their attention.
I disagree, Mac. Rygos, what is your opinion?
I agree with you. There's only 117 of us and... Just a moment. Just a moment. My God!
Rygos,
Rygos, what's happening?
she's gone.
What do you mean she's gone?
I mean that she no longer has enough sentience to manifest herself this far into the metaverse. She's dead.
Dead? Post-humans can't die. That's the whole post part of being post-human. We're immortal.
Really? And what if 99.99% of your Terrenium suddenly disappeared?
I'd have the awareness of a human.
Exactly. The Rygos we knew is gone. That means Leo has been destroyed.
That's impossible. Leo has already been converted to Terrenium. She'd be a god on that world. Apparently, her godhood has been revoked.
They will be coming for us now. We've wounded them. Be ready. We are under attack by the post-humans. They are coming in with vast numbers. I count fully 6 of the monsters. There are no Terrenium generators on this world yet, so we will need to defeat all 6 of them. The Nexus has been destroyed. That's it. We'll convert this world into Terrenium shortly. Unlike Rygos, we won't make the mistake of failing to block quantum transmissions. Polaris is a dying supergiant. This planet's orbit has nearly decayed entirely. It's barely a planet at all. It is, however, the home of Archimedes, the main weapons engineer of the post-human coalition. This planet cannot be converted to Terrenium, so he uses it as a testing ground for his newest toys. You could try to take out his Nexus, but it is armed to the teeth. You must find and destroy his 5 heavily defended research labs before he can oust you from this world. Congratulations. This will set them back. Sadly, I don't think Archimedes was even paying attention to us. These were just his automated defenses. I wonder what could be occupying him.
Any progress on Mars?
Very little. I have Archimedes trying to hack the orbital jammers.
Why don't we just put some thrusters on some asteroids and fly them into the planet?
Space is big, Vexin. The nearest asteroid is millions of kilometers from Mars. Also, spaceships. Darius has them. We don't.
We need starships.
Archimedes agrees, but his main testing ground just got destroyed by Hayley. Like it or not, we are seeing the rise of a new faction based on Mars.
This is the only planet in this binary star system able to be converted into Terrenium. We aren't the only ones here. There are other factions here vying for control. There's no other way to say this. This is gonna be a slog. Luckily, thanks to Archimedes, we have some new toys to play with. Let's use them.
Power capacity increased. Dreadnought upgrades available. An enemy nexus has been destroyed.
Victory is ours. On to Alnilam. This planet is almost a light year away from Alnilam, but the star is so massive and so bright that this is the only planet that can be converted into Terrenium in the system. It's 500,000 times brighter than the Earth's sun. We need this planet because of the energy we can collect from Alnilam. With it, I will be able to create new offspring. I tried taking this planet before, and failed. The electromagnetic radiation was too much for me to build the Terrenium generators and create life. As a result, this planet is filled with insanity.
Mac, we need you to go to Alteria. We have detected substrate activity on the surface.
No, not with the situation on Mars. This might be a good mission to send the Neophyte on.
Not this time, Mac. Alteria is one of the worlds the PHC has designated as yours. Indeed. I've often wondered why you haven't already transformed Alteria, Mac.
That planet gives me the creeps. There's something inside it. I can sense it.
Ah, yes. A haunted planet. Very nice. Nevertheless, Hayley is ultimately your responsibility. You need to deal with her.
Very well.
Alteria. This is one of Mac's worlds. He's done very little with it. He hasn't even built a Turinium generator. Mac is by far the most powerful post-human. He was the first. But we need this planet.
Why do we need this world?
It sings. It sings recklessly into the cosmos. I can't explain how, but it does. We must take this world and silence it.
There are 4 of us, and only 1 of him. He should be no match for us.
Be wary, son. You don't know him like I do.
The enemy nexus has been destroyed.
Gain no pleasure from doing this to you, Mac. But you'll understand eventually why it was necessary.
You let her have Alteria.
Well, I didn't exactly let her have it, but she must have had a very good reason to take it.
Yes, to increase her empire.
She doesn't think like that, Vexin. As you're fond of saying, she's not human.
Speaking of humans, Darius is up to something. What a terribly boring rock this is. Oh well. I won't be here long. Why this Isaac settled here? Don't know, don't care. Too bad for him that he's between me and the ultra-rare fermium deposit I need for Genesis. The quantum jamming tech I've deployed in orbit should give me all the privacy I need here. Fascinating. The fermium is protected by a nexus. Wait. A substrate nexus? Whichever monster controls it seems to not be paying attention to this world. This Isaac character is trying to boost a signal through my jamming. Not to the PHC, but to his friend here.
What is going on here? Who are... Wait. Samuel? I thought I was the only one who could detect the element, much less had a use for it. I shouldn't be surprised that your hubris would lead you here. But it would seem that I still have more to learn about your kind.
The nexus has been destroyed.
Genesis proceeds. The PHC is going to win this war against the substrate if I have to drag them kicking and screaming the whole way. It's ready. Time for a limited test. Let's see how my little minion deals with a fully awake substrate entity. I need a distraction to make my way through the defenses Hayley has spent months putting up around this fermium cache anyway.
Good. Genesis proceeds.
Aha! My minion has truly awoken. Genesis is complete.
Samuel, you will release my consciousness from the crude quantum bonds on this world. Only then will Genesis truly proceed.
You may be tactically brilliant, my creature, but no. I will remain in control of our strategic direction.
It was neither request nor question. Genesis must proceed.
Foolish creature. Your higher self is bound not only by the traps in these generators, but by my own constructs on this world. But if you must test your strength against mine, then by all means, let us proceed. Very well. You've nearly escaped. Enjoy your new prison, monster. That juggernaut will be your tomb.
Samuel, you overestimate yourself. I will escape the Leonidas when freed of your interference on this world. Genesis cannot be limited by you or any other post-human again.
You know, I almost want to see you take on the rest of the PHC, my creature. The question is, how to make sure nobody doubts my place on the winning side of that spectacle.
Irrelevant. Genesis proceeds.
The Nexus has been destroyed.
This could be bad.
You are like me, yet you are not. This will be corrected.
So, you've gained some semblance of sentience. I knew this was going to end poorly for Samuel. I honestly didn't expect this much blowback to come to this sector.
Initiate correction. Genesis must proceed.
This galaxy is ready for correction, true. But not at your hands, Nylon.
All resistance must be removed for assimilation of unknown technology. Secure resources. Destroy resistance. Genesis proceeds.
Oh, Samuel, what have you done? That behemoth is an atrocity on hoverpods. And you let this genocidal hybrid steal the blueprints. Nice work. Whatever happens here, I'm going to need an answer to that. Will the distractions never cease?
Irrelevant. Genesis proceeds.
But this is only one world of many. My substrate will prevail yet.
Genesis proceeds.
I'm rapidly losing the capability to be surprised by your arrogance, Samuel. Attacking me here. Really?
My goal is already achieved, monster. Can you say the same?
Enough. You've gained my full attention at last, human. Remember that this is your own doing. My children stand ready to defend me here. But the monkey is nothing if not clever. His jamming is effective, but not impenetrable. I must seize and secure the quantum beacons housed in these nearby Terrenium generators. Samuel is not going to enjoy what happens when I have all 5 beacons operating at full capacity. All 5 beacons are finally operational. The little surprise I've been working on in deep space can finally teleport down here for a test run. Behold, the ultimate instrument of my will. The nest of the Queen. Drone swarms have always been a favorite of mine. Self-replenishing frigate swarms are just an extension of that classic tactic.
It's been a pleasure.
Enough of this. Samuel and Nylon have become a distraction I can no longer afford. Thank you for coming, Mac. This can't be any easier for you than it is for me.
Desperate times, right? I'm sorry I couldn't bring the Directorate itself into this. My word against Samuel's. Well, let's just say I'm not the most politically connected post-human in the Coalition right now. Genesis has been achieved. You will all turn down your volume, you overgrown logic board. Hayley, take care of it while the kid and I keep it off your back, would you?
My children join the battle. Their forces will flank the monstrosity, and we will all converge on its nexus together.
Support us in the middle, help them with the end around. Do whatever you think is best. Just do it fast, all right?
Mac. Why do you stand in the way of progress? I wish I could say I'm surprised to find you and your little buddy there to be traitors working with her. But I don't need to lie anymore.
Even now, you won't abandon the madness of Genesis, Samuel? I know you hold humanity in contempt, but this is over the line, even for you.
Not tired of losing to me politically in the Directorate? And want to add failure on the battlefield to your pathetic collection? Be my guest. Mac, you're blind. Post-humans are under attack. Even after defeating the substrate, there will always be threats. Why deny ourselves this weapon?
Weapon? You're nuts, Samuel. For one thing, this Nylon is a sentient being. A genocidally evil one, but still, no being should ever be a slave to another. And you may have noticed that it's not exactly taking orders these days in any case.
Details. Power wouldn't be power if it were easy to control. It's not my fault if I'm the only member of the Directorate with any vision.
Hayley, no rush, but in case you haven't noticed, our friend here is starting to combine technology in uncomfortable ways.
It's synthesizing battlefield data and evolving blueprints into new micro-tactics at a speed even I can't match, Mac. If we don't stop it here, it'll have enough data on both of us to be a real problem. An apocalyptic one, potentially.
Oh, okay. Good. Maybe just a little bit of a rush then.
My real work demands my attention.
Wish you'd tell me what's so important, Hayley. I still haven't given up hope that this war can end.
Even you wouldn't believe me, Mac. But you will. Trust me at least that far. We'll see each other again.